time differences were marginal and had little impact on the overall leaderboard.
It's day 2 and the spectacle of the Sasol Rally continues on stage 8, where the rally crews will have to battle it out with each other on the streets of Nelspruit. It's a super special stage, which means that evenly matched cars race each other on different loops of the same course. In a closed dice, the two cars should reach the flying finish at the same time, adding to the excitement for the large crowds. The Ford Fiesta of Conrad Rotenbach starts day 2 of the Sasol in the lead, just 2.4 seconds ahead of Herkenfecken. Volkswagen also occupies the next 2 spots, with Enzo Kuhn in 3rd and Habbich in 4th, ahead of the Toyotas of Gemmel and Fournier, who have a mountain to climb on the Sasol's final day.
The first showdown was between rally leaders Rotenbach and Marsh and Fecken and Aries. Fecken has been clawing his way back and erasing Rotenbach's lead bit by bit on the tar stages. And again, he beats Rotenbach by 1.6 seconds. The overall lead was back to within 1 single second. BP Ultimate Volkswagen versus Sasol Toyota. Enzo Kuhn versus Johnny Gemmel. Kuhn has a spectacular driving style, whereas Gemmel is much smoother. But this time, spectacular wins, with Kuhn taking the win by the narrowest of margins. Another duel between Volkswagen and Toyota. Habbich is as fast as they come, but Marc Grenier is a former circuit racing champion. This time, Toyota levels the score, with Grenier beating Habbich to the line. Next up, Total Evolution Toyota Runix versus Pertec Toyota Auris. JP Damso takes the win quite comfortably ahead of Hein Lategan. Nicolas Ryan takes on Fernando Rueda in another fight between a Volkswagen and Toyota. But this time, it's the Avis Polo of Ryan who took the flag ahead of Rueda's Total Evolution Running.
From the streets of Nelspruit, the Sasol Rally moved down the road to the streets of local township Kanyamazani in an effort to take the action right to the doorsteps of South Africans. It's all part of Sasol's plan to ensure that the Sasol Rally leaves a positive mark on the area.
Times on a stage like this one will always be close, but it was the BP Ultimate Polo of Enzo Kuhn and Guy Hodgson who negotiated Kanyamazani in the fastest time, albeit by only 1/10 of a second from teammates Jan Habbich and Ralph Pitchford. Mohamed Musa and Grant Martin recorded their best ever stage result in the Total Evolution Toyota Runix by setting the 3rd fastest time. But more importantly, or as far as the overall rally fight was concerned, Herkenfecken's time was more than 3 seconds faster than the time set by Conrad Rotenbach. Enough to retake the rally lead by 2.4 seconds.
For the 4th time in 9 stages, Herkenfecken and Conrad Rotenbach swap positions at the top of the leaderboard. It's now a 2-way fight, as Enzo Kuhn is nearly half a minute back in 3rd. Mohamed Musa has joined the names of Rueda and Damso in the top 10. Join us after the break as the 2010 Sasol Rally draws to a close. Will defending champion Fecken make his dream of winning the most glamorous rally come true? Or will Rotenbach upset the apple cart to claim his 2nd victory in as many events? Slippery gravel stages remain in the 2010 Sasol Rally. Herkenfecken is 1 step closer to winning the rally that he wants most. But Conrad Rotenbach is only 2.4 seconds behind. After 4 consecutive stages on tar, it was back onto gravel for stages 10 and 11. Stage 10 is a slippery affair close to the village of Hendriksdal and will cover just under 13 kilometers. But at a full 23 kilometers, stage 11 is the signature stage of the event and could play a huge role in the outcome.
Thousands of spectators lined the Mpumalanga roads to witness the battle for Sasol Rally glory, and they were not disappointed. Jan Habbich and Ralph Pitchford were in a fierce battle with Johnny Gemmel and Phil Archinal for 4th position, which currently belong to the BP Ultimate Polo of Habbich. The Sasol Toyota Auris of Gemmel used every inch of the wet and slippery road on stage 10, but only managed to beat Habbich by 1/10 of a second. The overall gap was still 8 seconds in Habbich's favor. The second Sasol Toyota Auris of Marc Grenier and Robert Paisley had more than its fair share of catching up to do. Grenier started well by setting the 2nd fastest time on stage 10. Enzo Keen and Guy Hodgson looked safe in third, with seemingly nothing to do about the fight for the lead ahead of them. Keen completed stage 10 with an 11-second gap over BP Ultimate teammate Habig in fourth.
4 in, into right 4 in, stay mid 70 to right 8. Right 8 here, 8 in.
But what about the fight for the lead? 2.4 seconds were all that separated the Ford Fiesta of Conrad Rautenbach and Peter Marsh and the BP Ultimate Polo of Hergen Fekken and Pierre Harrings. From first on the road, Rautenbach looked extremely fast as he set a time of 5 minutes and 25.7 seconds.
Flying finish.
Fekken had a 2.4 second lead, so anything faster than a 5 minute 28.1 will be enough to stay in the lead. But he's much slower and crosses the line in a time of 5 minutes and 34 seconds. Rautenbach is back on top.
5.
It was do or die for both Fekken and Rautenbach on stage 11. Rautenbach was first on the road and took a cautious approach through this extremely deep water splash. But 2 minutes later, Fekken made his move and showed zero respect for anything or anyone as he flew straight over the deep water.
Stay mid-right, to deep drift, think right left. 80 up, easy dip and easy dip, 150.
Moments later, Rautenbach hit a dip and jump and landed the Fiesta on its nose. The engine succumbed with no coolant pumping through it, and the brilliant fight was over. Fekken was back in the lead.
Slight left over small crisp. 70. Alles off. Moog. Ja, nee. Van alles is splinters.
Both leaders out of the event in a matter of minutes.
We came up the hill and it was very misty. It was a dip into a right 5, and as we hit the dip, there was a sump rock on the opposite side. So we were on a full compression. We hit it on the sump guard, and looks like a gearbox broken.
Enzo Keen and Guy Hodgson not only won stage 11, but the BP Ultimate Polo inherited the overall lead of the Sasol Rally. Fekken might have been gone, but things were still looking good for the BP Ultimate Volkswagen squad, as they were not only lying first, but also second, courtesy of Jan Habig and Rolf Pitchford. The demise of the top 2 cars elevated Johnny Gemmell and Phil Archnell into a podium position, but the Castrol Toyota driver wanted more and was now just 2.5 seconds behind Habig's second position.
After a stage that ripped the guts out of the monumental struggle for overall rally honours, Enzo Kuhn is happy to take over the lead.
Worked well for us. We had a clean stage, tried very hard, and we've been pushing hard since this morning. We were quite happy to start in third place, but never expected to upgrade to first place so early in the day.
Jan Habig is more than 32 seconds behind Kuhn, but in second.
Yeah, it was a bit of a surprise, but that was quite a rough and tough stage. And obviously a couple of guys got caught out on the rocks and so on.
Johnny Gemmell had Habig firmly in his sights, less than 3 seconds back.
Yeah, Jan is just 2 seconds in front of us, and then it's 33, I think, to Enzo. But there's still quite a way to go, so a lot can happen.
With a more than half a minute lead, and after seeing how quickly things can go wrong, it was now all about survival for new rally leaders